Yo. Alright, so the overclock that we did a while back, I mean, it was a nice overclock, and the score is pretty good, but it kept crashing. So I put this PC aside. I was gonna play on it, and I was like, bro, I'm not playing when it's like crashing. You play for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it just crashes. So I kinda regretted overclocking to begin with, but I went back a little bit, so it sounds better. Who is Brew talking to? I noticed one thing. Ever since I started posting the live streams as a video, like they get not a lot of views, but they get some views. And if I don't start talking right away when you go live about what's happening, it's just so confusing for people that watch the live stream after I may post like a video. So you have to start talking like there's a bunch of people watching already. Yeah, so that's the reason. I think it's a good way to get started also. To get so you get in the right mood. Sort of. Okay, so basically I had to remove all of the sub timings. Also removed some voltage. I think we're running 1.4 before, so it's running 1.35 now. So we're talking to the voices in your head. Yeah, you shouldn't speak to the voices in your head, bro. Then they never stop. It's like feeding a stray cat. Once you start feeding it, it just never goes away. Alright, so the volt is, I think the default is 1.25 actually. So 1.35 is a little bit of overvolting. We have lowered some of the timings. But not the TRFC or any of the sub timings. So calculated doesn't matter for score. Basically not. Latency, the CAS latency. People think that, oh, I have CL30, that's pretty good. CL28, that's the best. But the best, like the combination is what matters. So when you calculate your score, okay, or your actual latency, you have to take your latency, which is in this case 38, times your transfers. No, not times. CAS latency divided by your mega transfers, so 6400, and then this times 2000. So this is your actual latency in nanoseconds. So this is what determines your latency, the CAS, like the real latency. And then when you tighten your the rest of your timings and your sub timings, that's when you get a better and better and better score. But at the same time makes the system more unstable. So that's why we got hooked. So we were running this at 38 before, but my PC just kept crashing. So that's not worth it, really. I finally got my new PC with the Ryzen 7 900 Bro, that is some very good specs. Have you done an overclocking to that? But if you look at like, you're not done with your overclocking yet, SpecBench, and if you look at the score that Doof posted, bro, he gets 4500 on the RAM, and also his CPU demolishes mine. He gets 42,600. I've never gotten that on my 9800 XTD. My 9800 XTD, like max, was 42,300, and then it wasn't stable. So his overclock is way better, but he's a way better overclocker than me. So this is my highest score ever on the 9800 XTD. But this was unstable, so as soon as it gets unstable, I don't wanna keep overclocking, so I just switch PC into something else. Yeah, I'm not like, it's the RAM. Like when your CPU is so dependent on the RAM with AMD, especially X3D chips. So the faster your RAM is, the better FPS and the higher score you're gonna get on the CPU. Basically. I'm pretty sure he's just running the basic overclock with the CPU. Also 200 megahertz on the boost clock, and then a undervolt. I think it's doing minus 20 undervolt. From what I've seen, yeah. But yeah, we can't compare our scores with Doof's. That's not fair. Oh no, charge your phone, 15% power. Does X3D Turbo? That's a good question. I don't know. There's a X3D gaming mode also for some of them. I don't think I have it on this one. On the 9800 X3D, I got it. And from what I understand, those two things, or at least on the gaming mode for the X3D, doesn't do anything for the 9800 X3D or the 7800 X3D, only for the 9950 and the 99 X3D, because it rearranges the way your the cores, how the cores get the 3dV cache. From what I said, I'm not sure. You think the Gigabyte BC50 S2H will break easily or less long term? I had that motherboard. I made like a quick PC flip with that to save money and see if it was worth getting. No difference at all in FPS. Same performance when overclocking. Everything was basically the same. So I don't think it matters. If you had a CPU, let's take the 14700KF that pulls 253 watts on a super cheap motherboard and trying to push that, as far as you can. Yes, it's gonna be not gonna last for as long time as if you get like a super high-end motherboard. But with AMD CPUs, no AMD CPU pulls power. Basically, they're all like super efficient. From what I tested, both the 7600X, the 700XT, and the 1900XT. So no, I don't think it's gonna matter. Yo, LJ. All right, so we hit 4200 and 40 on the CAS, on the memory in Passmark, and I'm happy with that. But I can't with good conscience make a video. So I'm gonna make like a short at least, or some video with, does overclocking actually matter when playing Fortnite? If it's worth, like, are we all wasting our time? Because I only care about the Fortnite FPS. And if this doesn't affect Fortnite FPS, then it's just waste of time trying to figure out a good overclock. Should I just undervolt the CPU? Yes, that's gonna do a lot. Just the CPU part. If you go into overclocking, advanced CPU configuration, and then set this to 200, and my 1900 XD is running minus 35 right now, but yeah, this one is a little bit more sensitive, but you should start at 20 at least and benchmark and see. But binary 7050 700 XD. Ooh, yeah, I would get, like, from my testing and from what I've seen, the 7600X, when overclocked, beats the 5700X 3D. I haven't tested the 5700X 3D, but from what I see other people post. So the 7600X is probably a better choice. And as you said, yeah, AM5, so it's a little bit more future-proof. And second-hand value is also going to be a little bit better, I think, with the 7600X. Do most of reviews come from yours? Yes. 100%. It's like 400%. I swear the 700X is locked. Is it locked? I don't think it is. What? Where did you hear that? I just put it in as default on all my AMD CPUs. Because everyone seems to run it, or it's gonna be more unstable if you do the Y cruncher. So you shouldn't do the CPU overclock before you finish the RAM. Or that's what Do says. But I don't do I don't do the Y cruncher one. I just try Fortnite. You couldn't put that in. That is a bit strange. Maybe it was an old BIOS that didn't support it. Do you have a 7800 XD right now also? Alright, so we're gonna take a print screen of this and post on the group. I just love having the BIOS print screens so we know what's already done, you know. Oh man, I did not print screen the overclock. I should have done that. Yo, Tyler, what's up, bro? So the Ryzen 76GB B350 S2H, King's of Fury, 16-bit CL36. Yeah, that's a good value. But you have to overclock the CPU, and you have to overclock the RAM. But that RAM is the exact same RAM kit that I have right now, running at 6400 CL38. Running so good. Like the value, price performance is just crazy. Comparing to buying a more expensive RAM kit, at least. A year ago. I have actually no idea spec bench. I never like had an AMD CPU before I got the 9800 XD, so I haven't really like watched anything regarding anything with AMD before. But it's not a problem for me, at least. The motherboard will hold up, yes. The only problem that I have with that motherboard is the ports. Like, they don't get so many USB ports. It doesn't have USB-C, and I like to have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth also. But like, if you don't care about that, the FPS is gonna be the same. Yeah. Same as the 57 actually. It does not support. Are you? What is that true? You can see a big difference. Oh, I can imagine that. But because the 5800 XD can push like almost 400 FPS average, and the 1900 XD can push out 600. So that's a lot more, especially when capping it and watching the lows. So that makes sense. Okay. Also, last chapter I got 540 average. What? The 5800, is that? How can that be so good? I'm back, bro. Let's go. How are you? I'm good, bro. I've been sick for the past like week, and it's a lot better now. Definitely, like way. It's not hurting. I had like my throat was hurting. I lost my voice. Couldn't really speak. Like I had a bunch of problems, but now I'm not in pain. I'm a little bit, you know. I have a cold, like basically now. So now it's all good. How about you, bro? They were talking that there could be a new COVID going around, but I'm living in denial, so hopefully that's not gonna be a problem. Bro, COVID ruins so much, man. It's crazy. All right, so I know this can run 820, so we're gonna start there. I wonder about the TRC, or is it the TRAS you're supposed to change first? I am not sure. Ain't you scared when you try customers? Oh yeah, definitely. It's not safe. But the X-Lite is the only customers that I kinda trust. Not fully, but still, like, I have the most trust for, compared to like the kernel one and, you know, basically everything else. But the same thing goes for tweaks. Like, you don't know what it's gonna do if you download like a tweaking application. So I have feeling that the lowest FPS have doubled. Yeah, it would not surprise me. Yeah, let's say the FPS was better. Yeah, that's not good. It's just so confusing when the FPS difference is so much. How's been? I've been playing CS2. Let's go, Tyler. How's it coming with the? You should post the benchmarks, Tyler, with CS2. I think people will be interested in that. All right, where is the base timings? I think the ones that I did was saved somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna do something stupid here. We're gonna do a bunch of these at the same time. And the TFAB at 24. All right, so let's just see how this feels. All right, so we're gonna start here because I think this is the ones that worked before it started crashing. So I'm thinking we're gonna start. We gotta start somewhere, bro. So we get better soon. The week 2. My PC, I mean my old PC blow. What? Wait, did it blow up? How did that happen? Yo, Benny. That's not good. Like, that sounds dangerous. I forgot, sorry. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, bro. I wish that everybody could start content creation and then afford to buy their dream PC. That would be the goal with life. What for the freezes and then one I'm gonna crash in the background, so I fix that. Yeah, that sounds like it could be an SSD problem or a RAM problem. RAM can do so much damage, bro. You can do like a RAM like health control test. Let's start there at least. Gonna get soon 600. Oh, that's a lot of money, bro. You could build a 12400F 4060 PC with that. But to be honest, I think you should save $100 more and then get a 7600X and 4060. Do you need maybe more for that? $700. No, $700 should be enough, right? I'm not actually sure. All right, so should we increase the voltage? I feel like voltages is a little bit scary. But Doof always reminds me that he always sets it to 1.4. It helps with stability. And he might be right. He usually is. Doof the goat. Just so because when he first joined the live stream, I thought it was gonna be Doof for Doofus, and that it was like didn't know anything, it was just gonna mess everything up. And then it's like top 3 best overclockers I've seen, at least on my Discord and live stream. Oof, i5 6th generation. Oh my god, bro, you need an upgrade so bad. Are you gonna sell that PC also to get a little bit more money? You should get like 150, 200 maybe if you're lucky. Alright, so basically the same. How did you get a free monitor, bro? 440p 100 Hz. That's pretty decent, right? That's 120 pounds, right? The thing is, as long as you can run Fortnite with 60 FPS, parents are gonna think, is this an option instead of buying a PlayStation? Because he wants a PC so he can like use Discord and all the other stuff. So I think like the minimum, there's like, you don't get much less, no matter how old it is or how bad it is. Because people just, you know, they think of a PC as a PC when they have like a low budget. KTC sent one for review. Oh, they send you a monitor to review it? Bro, that's crazy. That's so smart. Alright, let's... The CPU score doesn't really matter here, but we can do at least one. To compare later. Wait, no GPU? I thought you said you had a 580. What? Oh, you lost your GPU. Wait. Did somebody steal it or did it break? Oh, that's not good. It ran away. He got sick and tired. Scam! There's any cheap brand new like that. Oh, did you test it already? Because it's like on the cheaper monitors, the specs are good, but there's just so much ghosting on the cheap ones. Yo, Baggy, what's good, bro? I'm listening to like on Spotify, the release radar. It's just so much weird music, bro. There's a lot of bad music out there, that's for sure. You haven't unboxed it yet. Best I've read for them, and someone said they're actually good. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. You flexing Overclock is always... Well, that's the problem. I was flexing too hard the last time. And the game just kept crashing when I was trying to play Fortnite the day after. So we're not going to go as aggressive now, but I want to make a video. And compare. Is it worth overclocking for FPS? So I need to set all the sub timings manually. Because I can't have an overclock test video before and after. And then not touch the sub timings. That's just not a good way to work, you know. To flex PC burn. You know, you just get excited when you see that the score goes up. You're like, bro, this is so nice. And I usually don't stress test enough, like nowhere near enough. Because my PC always crashes so fast with the Y cruncher. And I think like my record has been like 2 minutes now. That's crazy. You're selling your whole PC to someone comes to me to trade with an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and he stole my graphics card and didn't return it. What? Bro, did that happen? Well, so you stood in the room looking at the PC, and then he takes out your graphic cards and just run away? Or what? How does somebody steal a graphics card? Okay, so we're gonna do... Is it 8? Or was it 0? Yeah. And then 2, and then 18. No, 8, right? And then, oh no, we did something wrong. I don't remember. We're supposed to put 18 in, right? 2, 0, 8, 18. I don't remember. Running in the park with a GPU in his hands. And like an old GPU. Like, why, if you're gonna steal something and commit a crime, why steal a 580, bro? No, I don't remember. Like, what's... Oh yeah, I wrote here. I wrote the numbers here that you're supposed to press. So 2, 8, 18. What? 0. Alright, so the PC's gonna crash now, or... Yeah. This is what happens when your OC is a little bit unstable. But I'm okay with that. It just has to be stable enough for Fortnite, basically. So that's bad. We could try this. So it could be the overclock on the CPU that's causing that. So if we disable this and then see, I think technically now the CPU score, the RAM score should also go down a little bit. You go from 116 3600 to 2. When you change your RAM stick, your BIOS settings for the RAM is going to be reset. But if you save it like as a profile and then you pop in the second stick of RAM, as long as it's the same, like same RAM stick, so same timings and everything from the same manufacturer, same model, you know, same everything, it should work. Okay, let's try the Y crunch again. If it was, before we do that, let's see if it lowers the RAM score. Give me a unplug. Now as soon as you change anything, like the CPU or the RAM, your motherboard is gonna notice that something changed. And then it's gonna post, like before BIOS, it's gonna say, bro, something changed in your PC. Enter BIOS now to see what happened. So, yeah, that's usual. But if you, before you like install the new RAM and you save your profile, you can't do that on all motherboards. I know older motherboards doesn't have the feature, but newer ones have. So then you can save all the settings and then load them again later. So when you plug in the second RAM, you can reload all your previous settings. This should be below 4200 now. Because the CPU should affect the RAM OC. Yeah, you can just retweak it. That's true. It's more work, but it's also a bit more fun. Yeah, so we lost a little bit, basically RAM variance, but I'm pretty sure it's just expected, you know. All right, 2 8 18 0. All right, so hopefully it's not gonna crash right away. Yeah, so it's the CPU OC that's making it crash right away at least. So my record is 1 pass for like a minute or something. Oh, how is Big Bro doing? Doing pretty good. I want to make like a video and compare. Does overclocking actually improve FPS? So we're doing some stability testing because this PC used to crash when I had the tightest timings tweet. So I'm just seeing if it's gonna crash and burn now. It seems to be way more stable when I remove the sub timings and also the TRFC and a bunch of other ones on the main timings also. But when I make the video, I need to do everything so we can actually like see this was done before and this is like default. Otherwise the video is gonna be like a scam. You only overclocked like half your RAM, basically. Should I know the difference between the dual channel? Yes. So basically, people say that 2 RAM sticks is dual channel. That's not true. Dual channel is when you're running dual rank memory with 2 sticks. Most people aren't. Most people using single rank. So to run dual channel, you actually need 4 sticks. But yeah, running 2 sticks is gonna run way better than 1 stick, especially in Fortnite. It's gonna be, in most cases, almost double FPS. Like your lows is gonna be way better. An average should be, depends a little bit on what specs you have and what you're running right now. But on DDR5, the difference is way smaller. DDR4 is huge. Then I can't play against. But bro, you need to call the police, bro. You need to get your graphics card back. Yeah, life is fucked up. That's sure, bro. But I kind of wish that a lot of people that live like in the live stream, in the chat, live next door to me. Yeah, because I have extra hardware that people could borrow when I'm not testing it. Because I'm not sending my stuff around the world for people to borrow it. That's not gonna happen. But if you like live next to me, so you had a say I want to double Peterbot, but own the same house. Well, because of the internet, he was because I saw that he was blaming the internet. I saw like a meme or like someone made a clip from it. And then he said, "Look, I can bleed through here with my mob, but you can't bleed with this." And then they tested; it was exactly the same, because the SMG bleeds through, but not the AR. That's so funny. So DDR4, yes, on DDR4, like nobody should use 1 stick on DDR4. It's just people are like trying to save money when building PCs, and often the pre-builds only come with 1 stick because it's way cheaper to buy 1 stick than 2 sticks. Because yeah, it will probably increase the chance to be on the same internet, but yeah, the internet isn't the problem. If you lose 100 times in a row, the internet is not the problem. But he wants to get some his or like I saw he did have some decent like he's pretty good at the game, not gonna lie. But yeah, he needs to be faster. Oh, in Morocco, bro, it just sounds like a lush life living in Morocco, bro. Sound like exotic. Alright. I think this is gonna be good enough. Yeah, the Zone Wars was just a bad decision. Whose idea was it to run the Zone Wars? Because that was like a massacre. How long should this run? I know Doof wanted this to run for like 6 hours. I'm not gonna run it for 6 hours, bro. Alright. And this script. Have you seen this, Fashioners? Run this as admin. It's gonna promote my creator code, and then it's gonna restart your PC into BIOS without you spamming delete. If I can get the 600 and get the PC, the maximum I can get. I mean, the CPU, case, power supply, everything don't include the storage. How, like, you should not reuse that old of a power supply. Because when you're pushing newer hardware that's going to use more power, it might blow up and burn down your house. But yeah, I think like you should use like PC Part Picker or a website where you build your PC in your country, and then look to get either a 12400F 4060 PC, or see if you can afford a 7600X. I don't think you're gonna be able to afford a 7600X if you can't increase your budget a little bit. But a 12400F is just crazy. Like, how many hertz is your monitor? Peterbot wanted to do it at first, but at his rounds face adapt convinced him to try it. Oh, well, you get hertz. I lost for 5 rounds. Yeah, I mean, this is embarrassing, bro. It's just embarrassing. But I kind of want to see all the pros meet Peterbot and see how many times in a row Peterbot can kill them. PC Part Picker. What? There's a website called PC Part Picker where you can build your PC. In Sweden, we don't use that. We have Component colon, which is like component checker. But I know that's used a lot in other countries. Alright, so we're gonna save this now, because now we're gonna go all out. Yeah, like normal 1-1s. And you see how good is Peterbot in a 1-1. Or you know what? I want to see realistic. 1-1 realistic against Peterbot and see. Did I change this? Don't include the storage. Did the emoji... Is it called digit? No. That would be funny. But the 600, can you get the 7600X? And the A620 motherboard for that? I would start there. AMD Ryzen 5 7600X and a MSI Pro A620 motherboard. The 600. Oh my god. Yeah, this was supposed to be auto, so it changed when I did that. Wait, spamming delete. I had to go into BIOS, bro. So alright, so what should we do here? I know that the TRAS and the TRC can do a lot. People find the meta beating fights and use aura, and then people don't get scared of fighting him. man, but Peterbot. He's such a dweeb, you know? He looks so... Yeah. Like, compared to everyone else, I mean, he has no aura, bro. All right, let's do... We're on the TRRDL at 16. Let's try and set that at 12 and the DS at 7. I kind of want to lower the TRAS, but what should we try? I get scared about fighting. Yeah, but people are scared to shit right now. Gotta go. Alright, take care. Wonder what the AI recommended. So, I mean, ChatGPT did increase our score and got a really good like sub-timing last time, but it was too tight, so it crashed when we played Fortnite. But somebody posted like a step-by-step like guide how to overlook or like what to like how to step everything like to tighten everything. But it's hard to read. It's a lot hard to read. So safe TRDC could be 8 to 59. So mine is pretty high compared to that, but I don't want to mess with these timings too much because this RAM kit is too cheap for that. But the TRDS, this one, what he's like, according to this guide, is pretty accurate, like performance. Will increase performance. Clear Peterbot, PC building. Yeah, I would eat Peterbot. Like, he doesn't even know what a PC is, bro. What his live stream, he was talking about how to build a PC and what specs to get, and he just doesn't know anything, bro. But he's a little better than me at Fortnite, so I guess we called it even. Best player says something odd about him. That's probably true. AI already. Oh. I've not even seen that. I played like 2-3 games today. I got the new shotgun. Died instantly. Then I rage quit. Alright. Let's just start here and see where we end up. Oh no. Did it freeze? Alright, that's not good, bro. Like, why does my BIOS freeze? I didn't even save this. I'll get a 490. Don't get a 490 Super. That's how you know. Alright, I'm gonna go restart. But it shouldn't crash until you save it. So I don't know what that was completely unnecessary. Alright, so let's take it slower, I guess. Let's do this super slow. You're supposed to do them one at a time to see which one works, but it's just kind of boring, you know? We have to do it a little bit faster. Alright, let's set the TRS to 84 and TRC at 114. Alright, let's only do this. And then we can go at the subtimings. And you know, we don't have to do a lot because this RAM is pretty decent as it is. I'm happy with the scored overclock and it's stable, so I don't think we should push any further than we actually need to. But when I make the video, should you overclock or not? We have to do everything because you can't just half overclock it. There's gonna be a not so fair video. You're tired of the 3070 Ti? But the 3070 Ti is really good. But the biggest problem is the VRAM. If you play, I don't know, decent games like I don't know, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk, like the GPU demanding games, it's a little bit on the low one maybe, but for like Fortnite, Valorant, like the GPU doesn't even matter, bro. I'm back! I'll save money for the PC. I decided to get the RX 7600 XT. I don't like AMD GPUs. I always have problem both with latency and like monitor related problems. Like it just stops using the right refresh rate. My capture card messes up. Like it just does a bunch of weird stuff. The FPS, it's about the same as the Nvidia graphics card, but there's just so many weird random problems. I don't know. I don't like them. But there only seems to be latency problems in Fortnite. So if you don't play Fortnite, then it doesn't matter, I guess. 500 motherboard. Bro, who pays that much for a motherboard? That's crazy. So where are we at now? We had a crash. So we're taking it slow. I should increase the voltage. But I'm a little bit scared of that. Impossible to find. But a 5080, do you need a 5080, bro? I mean, the 5080 is crazy. Do you play like 4K and real games? It's fine, no problems. Did you check your latency with that GPU? Or did you only check the FPS? $999, which is so much money, bro. Bro, it's so much money. Please don't crash now, bro. This might crash. Are we ready? Oh my god, please don't. If I can do one pass, then I'm happy. It doesn't have to be the most stable overclock in the world. But is the 9070... Wait, 800. That's a lot. Because I got the 9070 for MSRP, and that is a really good graphics card. Except for the latency problems in Fortnite. Yeah, I paid 785 for my 970 that I had. Nice NXT nowhere near the 57, but in raw performance, they are pretty close. No, because I get if you're comparing FSR 3 versus the DLSS frame gen stuff, yeah, Nvidia's gonna beat the shit out of the AMD cards. But in like raw performance, you haven't any problem with the AMD GPU in Fortnite. But that's good. I guess I got unlucky because I'm using a 500 hertz monitor with a capture card. I don't know if maybe AMD cards isn't built for that, but I just have so many problems, bro. I still have the 7600. No, the 6700 and the 7600 XT, the 16 gigabytes. But I don't have it in any PC right now because I just got so sick and tired of all the problems. But I wonder, why can't AMD use the 3D V-cache on the GPUs? Same for you. Yeah, but like I think also most people don't benchmark and they don't actually check the performance. They go off feel. And only go for the FPS. And if you don't compare 10 different GPUs, yeah, you're probably not gonna notice. But once you switch back and forth a bunch of times between different hardware, you're gonna notice, oh, bro, this is a big difference. But then for some people, yeah, it's gonna work fine. You're never gonna notice it, even if you like benchmark it. But I just have so many problems with AMD GPUs. Their CPUs just crazy. So feel doesn't do it. No, because if you wanna, well, so for me, with every single AMD GPU, I get these micro random freezes. They don't show up on the FPS counters. They don't show up in CapFromX. But I can feel the lag. And when I watch back, I've done this on basically every AMD GPU stream that I've done. And when you watch back the clip, you can see that the game is like holding 1 or 2 frames longer randomly. And it feels like you're compiling shaders even though you've already compiled shaders. I don't know. You went for the 9800 X3D. But I did run my 14700KF, also to 5.8, but I got worse score and worse FPS. So I'm running mine at 5.7 now. That was like a sweet spot. Did you benchmark that and see the difference? Mine boosts, I don't know, not sure how accurate it is, but it boosts at, I think it was 4, no, it's 0.15 below where it's supposed to be, I think, when I tested the last time. I think that's just the way that it checks in HW info, right? I'm sure we have to test that. I have a question. I'm building the PC the first time. You have the GameMax F35BK case. Bro, that sounds like a crazy case, bro. Oh, you have an Ultra CPU? Bro, have you done any benchmarks? Yeah, maybe it just says so in the motherboard, then it doesn't change anything. Because that was a problem I have with the 5600. I mean, 4 fans, that is a lot. Like, if you had 1 fan, maybe you should worry about overheating, but 4 fan, that's pretty good, bro. Alright, let's try and lower this to 780. I think some of these went like it crashes if you go below 800. Or was it below 700? Let's try that. Let's see. Bro, this is scary. But isn't the max supposed to be 5 gigahertz? Was that with PBO? So it went 50 megahertz above. You're running a single exhaust fan. Oh, that is a little bit risky. I think it crashed. So this RAM kit doesn't go below 800 with the TRFC. But at least now we have confirmed that. Like, I have all of these in my Discord thread, but I don't, like, when you go so much back and forth, it's hard to check. It might just be like the timings stuff. Let's wait a little bit. I'm running a single exhaust fan, 420 AO, that pulls air in. Yeah, that's true. It should be able to hit for 5.2. I mean, 4 through the AIO, that counts as a case fan, basically. Alright, I think it crashed, bro. Alright, so the TRFC can't go below 800. But can it hit 800? Because we had 820 and now we're running 780. One exhaust, 3 intake. Most likely, yes. 292 average. Oh, that's good, right? Yeah, I also tested out with the 3600. I just think it's strange. Like, if you can enable it in BIOS, then it should work. They are scamming us. Right, I'm gonna go restart the PC. Alright, CMOS is reset. Let's wait. Alright, and we're back. You haven't had a reset? If you haven't, I saw you wrote that on the Discord. My opinion is this: if you haven't had to reset, you are not pushing it far enough. That's a sign that you need to push further, you know? Okay, so what did we do that actually worked here? If I don't get to what to do, I mean, that's no way to live your life, right? Alright, let's try to run this at 800 instead. Wait, let's keep 820. I'm gonna save another profile. You have to Google, risk it, maybe watch some videos, stuff like that. Let's run this 114 instead. And the TRAS at 84. Was that all that we changed from the profile? Did we touch the subtimings? I don't think that we did, right? Right, so we didn't change that. Is the PBO still on right now? No. It's disabled, alright. Let's go back. I have no idea what values, but bro, nobody do to begin with. I just ignore doof. If I do it myself, let myself the best speaker. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty standard thing to do in the tweaking community. No, but if doof is busy or doing something else, you could just save the profile that you two have been working on, and then you try some stuff on your own, and then when it starts crashing, just pretend it didn't happen. Go back to the profile and then ask him what to do. True. I mean, he did post in the OC channel the guide that I was talking about earlier. The stuff that you could possibly do. I'm not sure exactly where it is right now. Did I pin it? I might have. I think I pinned the message. Yeah, RAM timings PDF. You can check that. And then if you have any problems, he could probably help you. Yeah, take a look at that. Alright, so we're back where we started. Let's jump into bias. Oh, wait, this didn't work? What section? If you check the pinned messages, it's the only pinned message in the OC part. OC general. And then check the pinned messages up on the right side. Then it should pop up. Okay, so this is the last working. Let's... should we increase voltage? Alright, so let's increase voltage 1.4. We don't have to test that because it's not gonna do anything. And then try... should we follow his stuff? Question, do you then software development? I mean, I don't know basically anything. I'm not a software developer or a code developer or doing anything like that. I do make some stuff, mostly with ChatGPT and watching videos on YouTube. I made the Crosshair app. That's like, you know, low latency Crosshair app. So it's using 10% of the memory usage of Crosshair X. I'm pretty happy with that one. Just posted a new beta version of that. And I was working on like a tweak with the stuff that I found that actually work. But since I've only found like 2 things, it's like, yeah, I stopped making that. Maybe in the future I will take take a look at it. I've seen it. Sick. I start trying to learn myself. Yeah, that's a good approach, I think. Especially, you should just go live and do it, because if you're lucky, people are gonna join that knows more stuff than you do, and then they can help you. No, that's silly. All right, TWRL. Please help, PC gods. Yeah, something like that. That's basically what I wrote in my first Overclocking title. Okay, so... Bro, this guy is so good. All right. TRRDL. What does he say? Below 7 not possible, except TWRL. So if there's no point in lowering the TRFC, should we hit the subtimings? So the TRTP 16, set manual to 12, all right. And what did he say about the TWR? Below 7 not possible. And we're doing 12, so that should be safe. Affects TWR. So this also affects... Wait, I don't have that. TWTRL. TWTRL. So this one. How does it affect it? All right, let's drop this to 16. All right, so voltage should increase stability. So this should work, hopefully. Why does it feel like the RAM voltage messes up more than it helps Omega with 1.4? I don't know if that's just me. And then I want to make a video on this, comparing LTSC versus default Windows, just to see if there's FPS difference. It was a tie, and you got 25 killed. That's a lot, bro. But a tie shouldn't be possible. This is like a waste of time, you know? Waste of time. But then they should check like other stats. No, 41. It can be run variance also. Because I don't know if anything of these is gonna increase or decrease performance a lot. But some of the things do. Right, let's just rerun and see if it's run variance. Because this is quite low. 4170. Man, and when I think of Doof hitting like 4500, it just get sad. Don't cry, bro. I have better RAM. For the 600 and do for my apprentice. That sounds like a good goal to aspire to. You work full time? That's a good time. Good question. I kind of don't like sharing like personal stuff. Rather be like an anonymous fly on the wall, you know, like I don't even know. I can tell you this. I used to work in IT tech. Well, nothing fancy. Let's go, sword! TRRDS. What is that? Du blir som busy. Well, focus on school. That's important. Sort of. Okay, so this leads me to believe that you're at least 24. You're well spoken. You have a deep voice and sound majestics. These are the reasons for my assumption. So we had like it was a while back. It was super late also. People were trying to guess my age and like stuff about my personal life. It was kind of funny. And my voice is not this deep in real life. I am using a filter inside of OBS to add a little bit of depth to it. So, that's kind of funny. That's out on 23rd. Oh, you get like a summer break on the 23rd. I'm learning software development and I want to make a game, so I get Intel CPU graphical productivity. Yeah, the 14, that's on my main PC right now. The 14 Xenon KF is just crazy for editing. It's so snappy and responsive. You are a mystery. For sure. You're from India? I'm going to EE in University of Black. Are you like... Wait, you don't say Indian. Do you say Indian? Are you an Indian? Indian people. Yeah, you should say Indian, right? Gotta go. Good luck. Alright, Stromy. Where do you live in India? Like, is it... It doesn't matter. Is it dirty everywhere? I see so many TikToks of people traveling to India. It's just dirty everywhere, bro. Is that how it is? Or is it just how it's shown in like the big cities? Because like in most capitals, yeah, it is dirty. But out on the, I don't know, countryside or whatever, it's just more nature. They can't say. What are you doing in BIOS? We are tightening the timings a little bit. A little bit, not a lot. Hey bro, my PC broke and you had an i7 8 Gen. Ooh. So you need a CPU and a motherboard, I guess? Because for the 8th Gen, like, you shouldn't buy anything for 8th Gen, to be honest. You should sell your current motherboard and then buy a new motherboard and CPU. I can't say place, but it's not where the other people. Yeah, I think they only show like the bad part because it's fun to show the worst parts, so people are gonna share it and talk about it. All right, let's just do the TRRDS and see where that gets us. We need to find out where why it's crashing in Fortnite. Not the 8 Gen. He means the 860. I have never heard of that in my entire life. So much Intel hate. Yeah, I used to be an Intel fanboy for 20 years, sort of. And I've hated on AMD because I had an AMD PC a few years ago, and which is so bad, bro. FPS was garbage. I couldn't sell it because nobody wanted it. It's like second-hand value for AMD, so bad. But lately, oh man, like for games, AMD is just crazy. Like, I only play and test Fortnite, so I can only talk about Fortnite performance. But it's just so much better in terms of Fortnite FPS. For the price, like at each price point, AMD is better. But the lows are better on Intel. When you cap the CPU at every price point, the FPS is better on Intel. Until you go above the 14700KF. Because no Intel CPU can compete with the 7800 XDD or the 9800 XDD. It's just... they can't. Yeah, but productivity? Oh my god. But I wonder, if you're spending a lot of money and you want productivity and gaming, the 9950X, bro, that's pretty good. It got the highest productivity score I've ever seen in Passmark. So the 14900KS, not overclocked, got 62K. The 9800 XD gets 42K. So 50% more. But the 9950X got like 80K. That's crazy. The 12400F crazy good for like the value. But yeah, same price as the 5600. The 5600 is getting average more FPS in Fortnite. But when you cap them at like 165 and play scrims, the 12400F is gonna hold a little bit longer. Oh, you had the 950? X3D also even, bro. Oh, you got 165? Yeah. I would probably just get the 12400F. Also, the resale value is just way better on Intel. So if you want to sell the PC in like 3 years, it's gonna be easier to sell. To be honest. Alright, do we have one sub timing left? Then we're gonna put the CPU OC back. And then it's probably gonna crash. But I think it might be the undervolt. Maybe you shouldn't undervolt this as heavily as I did. We can test that. Should we run Y-Cruncher? Oh, the 7950 X3D. I have not even heard of that. Like, I'm new in the world of AMD CPUs. Yeah, I undervolt it also. I went all out. We should get a cheap out on the motherboard. I like to cheap out on the motherboards when I'm doing a PC flip. For me, it's no FPS difference. I tried the 9800 XD on the B650, the B840M, I think it was, and the A620, and I also tried the cheapest B650 S2H. No difference in FPS whatsoever. But I don't know on the lower end sides though. Focus your case in PSU, make it proper airflow. A15 don't support PBO. Even if you have the BIOS? Because I had a B450 with my AM4 setup. Oh, that's not good. It didn't have overclock section. Maybe he just didn't know where it was. Alright, hold on. Let's do 2 here before we move on. Alright, somebody wrote on the Discord. What's the best Fortnite gaming PC build for like 2000 USD? Budget, it's fine if it's a little bit over. Bro, that's crazy. Wait, what's that? Coefficient is too large. Logical call 5. I'm not sure what this means. But when this crashes, for real, your PC crashes. Got a really good deal on cheap PC50 for a 7500F build I'm gonna do soon. How cheap are we talking here? Okay, so why did this fail now? Was it the TWRDS? Gigabyte BSD MS2. I think that was the exact same one that I had before also. I often buy a lot of this motherboard, for example. I buy them used from the retail store, like when a customer make a return. I do that also quite a lot. So this was £99 I paid for this motherboard. Euro Crucial 6000 CL30 59. Oh, that's really good. Okay, so something was too tight here. Oh, CL36. Still decent, right? Is it RGB? No, Crucial. That does not have RGB, right? I mean, the TRRDS made it crash, I think. All right, let's put it back to 8. We need some stability here because I'm gonna rage quit if Fortnite crashes later. All right, so the latest number we have to touch is a TWTRS. No RGB, but still decent. Yeah. I mean, RGB just matters for resale value. So for me, I actually prefer without RGB. I don't like when it's like blinking and stuff. It's cool, and I like to have this one PC at home that has that because it's a nice experience. But when I'm gaming, I just want it to be like pitch black, nothing. Otherwise, I die too much. All right, so this should be TRRDS divided by 2. Minimum 2 or 4. So this should be 4 right now. Right, last test, hopefully, before we turn on PBO again. And see if it actually boosts the cores. Maybe that was just a false stream. Please, Bo, you have to boost now. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, it's working. Oh, that was close. I mean, you shouldn't blatantly trust ChatGPT for anything, but when it comes to overclocking, it's not that bad. All right, below 4100. That's decent. Yo. Ooh, 4200 without the CPU OC, bro. What was that sound effect, man? What was that? Okay, let's run the CPU mark and compare that also with and without the PPO, and then run the Y cruncher. And if it does one pass, I am happy with that. Doof will not be happy with that. And then we'll see if it's gonna crash. Do we have to compile the shaders now? I don't think so, right? This is so sketchy. I don't think I've played on this since they did the update this morning. But the new skins, bro. The styles. Pretty nice. They were kind of boring at first. And I like when they have just, a black or like a cool color. So it's kind of annoying with the space theme that it has, like, when the galaxy skins, when you move around. That's a little bit, I don't know, maybe annoying or like confusing when you play. And the yellow outline, but I don't know, I think it looks pretty decent. Back! Let's go, Sword! When will you buy the rest of your PC parts? As it looks right now. Like, when can you afford the whole PC? Are you gonna work something this summer? You got... Oh, only the case? I thought you had a bunch of stuff. In the next 2 weeks you can get the motherboard. And you're getting the... what CPU? And work when you move. Will you move? Where you move? $1,900 XD. But are you sure you need to get that? I mean, the 7800 XD is basically the same CPU. And unless you have a 500 Hz monitor and you want to cap the FPS at 500, I don't think it's worth it. Because the 700, like, it's pushing 520, 540. You edit to... Oh, I don't think the 1900 is going to be that much better for editing. Now, CPU does matter, it do, but if you edit, you should get the 70, like the 50, like the 9950 or whatever. You regret getting 540? Because it messes with your... Like, you can't go down? Is that the problem? Yeah, but bro, 480 OLED, how much is that? Isn't that crazy expensive? They just released a 500 Hz OLED, bro. You should get that. Like, when you play on 500 Hz, you can't go back. Like, you can't get a 240 Hz model now. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's worth springing for the 1900. To be honest, that was in my opinion until I got the 7800 XD. It's 20% cheaper, and it's still performing crazy. Like, above 500 or average in Fortnite, you don't need more than that. It was 360 before. It was an impulse purchase. How? Because 360 IPS. Or what did you have? Because 360, that's good enough. And especially OLED, because you will have ghosting on every monitor. That's just a fact. But if you have an OLED, a 360 Hz OLED is faster than a 500 Hz IPS. You're paying my dad back for the computer. I mean, as soon as you get a work, that's going to be 1 month. If you, like, when I'm talking when you graduate or like get out of school. But the thing is, you already have a good PC. Kind of. You just got a little bit. The people who sold you that PC, they sold your hard, bro. Oh, 360 IPS, yeah. Alright, so this crashes also, and now we don't know why. But are you gonna sell your current PC, Sword? Because you do get a lot of money for that. People read i7 and 4070, bro, they're gonna pay you a lot for that. Oh, it's a TN right now. I don't like TN panels or VA panels. I love IPS. I was thinking about it, yeah. Because what else were you gonna do with it? Like, it's too high end to just keep playing around. Like, you should get, if that was Sweden, you were gonna get like, let's take out the Swedish crowns. So that PC would probably sell for 14,000 Swedish crowns. You're probably gonna get like 1,400, bro, for that. At least here you would. Maybe 1,300. Yeah. Because when people read i7 14th gen, they don't know the difference between an F and a KF. And the 47, bro, people are gonna think that's amazing. And it is supposed to be a pretty good PC. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's a pre-built. People don't like buying pre-built PCs secondhand. Yeah, but you should get a pretty decent amount of money. Just post it for sale and see how much you get for it. Should we continue now or not? Because this does not feel good. Like, what did we change from this running to... Alright, so we lowered the TRAS and the TRC. And that held. And then the TRC, this crashed the PC. And then we lowered this to 8, from 8 to 6. And then we put this back to 8. So it crashed here, and then we put it back to 8. And then we lowered the TWTRS from 8 to 4. And now it's still crashing. Uh, 1080, I think it's playing. So native only matters when you know what monitor you have. Okay, so what's the cause of this? I mean, it didn't crash. It just failed the test. You used to pay 1080, that's crazy, bro. All right. I wonder if I enable the PBO now, is this gonna like completely crash the PC or not? We're gonna save this profile and then maybe go back on the whatever it was, TWTRDS, the last thing we changed. Okay, I mean, a lot of games are nice to play for a while. But I just keep going back to Fortnite, bro. Alright, we used to run this mine at 25. Let's just run it at 20. play Roblox a lot more than I used to. Because Roblox uses your graphics cards more also, at least some games. But how much did you pay for that PC that you have right now? Because a 4070, that's expensive, man. That's a lot of money. You paid 1,500. Yeah, I mean, you should get at least 1,100. I'll send next time one. Right, I don't have my phone on me right now, but I will check later. I was running out of power, so I had to go plug it in, bro. Alright, is this gonna be a little bit too hot now? Yeah, 50-50. Wait, it doesn't take the OC? So only the 9800 XD can pull the 200. Wait, so only the RAM OC that's doing all the... That's different. That's crazy. Now I can't find it. I think you sent it a while back also. I don't know. Yeah. This is a problem. It's only hitting 50-50. But why? I need to watch our YouTube videos, bro. Let's see here. 7800 X3D. Is it only some motherboard you can do it? They got, was it 5080 now? 3K, bro, but that's a lot more money. Yeah, it doesn't look like this can run the clock speeds higher, bro. Oh man, I need to switch to 9800 XD to test it then. Because if you only do the RAM, like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the RAM OC only and see like the differences it can make. Oh no, I posted this in the wrong one. Is this was constantly crashing then maybe? TRRDL12 and WL16. That might be what's causing the crashes. Right, so this was after that. Oh man. All right, so this is unfortunate. Let's try and lower that TWL. Siege. Oh, Rainbow Six Siege. I bought the game because a friend wanted to play it. We played for like 2 hours, and then we never played it again. But that was, it's fun to play for a short period of time. Like a few games, that's pretty fun. But you know, Fortnite, I can play Fortnite for like 5 hours, and then like, bro, what happened? Where am I? Oh, we played right, bro. But it's like when it's hard, that's when it's fun. And that's why Fortnite is just so fun, because of the builds. It's just so difficult at all times, whatever you're doing. Rainbow Six Siege, that's basically just, you have to stand at the right place at the right time. And you have to know the maps. That's basically the entire game. I love Fortnite. Let's go. Same here, bro. All right, let's see here. What did we change? Yeah. Same here. I played a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Ops 2, and Battlefield first, but not a lot. You know, you played a little bit with your friends. We also played like Trackmania. Have you played the Formula 1 game? But then, you know, you get tired of it, and you mostly play with your friends. But Fortnite, I can play solos and still enjoy the game for a long time. Fortnite made me realize that I've been wasting all my life in a controller. But you know, having like playing on console with a controller, on the sofa, like on a couch, with some popcorn, some chips, like with your friends, that's the best. Like you have like a few friends over, especially if you have a basement. But I never had that lucky. But when like as soon as you're trying to play comp at anything, bro, you can't have a controller, bro. -10. Oh, I don't know, bro. I didn't even check. Like on the 9800 XD, I just checked so much. And here I just assumed. That's my bad, you know. But mine's crashing at 28 undervolt and 25 works. The first Call that I played, my dad used to play Call of Duty. No, that was Battlefield MV3, the first time it launched. he tried to get me to play that. I did not like that at all. And then he started playing Battlefield 1942. I think that was older, but it was way more fun. And that's like, I played that. I think that was the first game that I played. And then the first game I played, like, without him telling me to play it, was Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And we also played Battlefield 4, I think, me and my friends. I'm a little bit uncertain. And like Counter-Strike, we played a lot of Counter-Strike also, but we never had fun. Like, none of us liked it. Like, I don't understand how I could have spent more than 10 minutes inside of either Battlefield or COD, because the game, like, it's not fun, you know? Before it was just a waste of time. Like, you had too much time on your hands, so you just wanted to do something. So you played like whatever. Like, I haven't played either of those games since I started Fortnite for the first time. Yeah, the problem is my dad was super into gaming. That's basically why I started to play games also. So I think he had like... have you ever seen the game or heard something called Postal? That was like his favorite game. We played it also a few times. Bro, that was so funny, bro. Geometry Dash. Nope. It's not a good game at all, bro. Oh, bro, GTA San Andreas, bro. That game was so crazy. PBO minus 10 and lower VSOC 1.2. Like, I don't have a problem with overheating now. So I don't know if it's actually worth it. I don't feel comfortable running the RAM at 1.4. But I don't know. Maybe if we lower this, it can run vCruncher more stable. Maybe. Should we try that? Because now the PBO is at minus 20. But I think it's the RAM that's unstable. Okay, let's try that instead. Print screen and then save. But this entire, the whole point of overclocking this was to make the video and compare FPS before and after overclocking. And if it's only the RAM, it's not as fun. Okay. Should we jump straight to vCruncher? Or should we check the performance first and see if we lost anything? I'm gonna take a break from tweaking just a little bit. I can definitely understand that tweaking is not as fun when your BIOS is that locked and you have something wrong with your PC, bro. Because those lows that you're getting, that doesn't make sense. So I get that it's not as fun for you. It's gonna be way more fun when you buy and build your own PC to get it to maximum performance. This is my computer, yeah. But you should start posting the random eliminations on YouTube. You're buying the 760 in like an hour? Because when you get... Bro, it's gonna be so fun. So when I move, it will be built. So you're guys just moving? Or you like moving to a house, an apartment? Moving is such a pain, bro. But it's so fun to move also. At the same time. Moving to a new house. Oh, man. Is your room getting bigger or smaller? And how's the bathroom situation? Is it longer to the bathroom or shorter? And do you have a pool? I feel like people that live with the gators, they have pools. How bigger? Because it's small. Short? No pool. Oh, okay. Well, at least it's shorter. You can always buy like a plastic pool. Okay, so we lost a little bit of score, but maybe it's more stable this way. Let's run the RAM also to see. I think we need to, for Y-Crunchy to be more stable, or to be like run at least one pass, we need to lower the last two values that we lowered when we increased the RAM voltage. Oh man, so we... Oh yeah, I think that's pretty common, right? Because it's a pain to pay for two rents for like 2 months when you move. Yeah. Do you know how much you pay for rent for your house? Like the monthly cost for the mortgage and all that? No. Okay. My parents gatekeep. Yeah. I think I will be honest and upfront with my children about the cost, like how much money the household have. But I also get why you shouldn't. I'm gonna go. Have a good one, bro. Thank you. And it was nice having you on the stream, bro. I kind of want to run it with the HW info also. My fat fingers. Right, let's see the temps. Stay safe. Playing Geometry Dash for the first time in years. How's the FPS in that? The same pretty cool. Below 80. So like benchmark Geometry Dash. Oh man. No, the FPS get lower. Did I say FPS? I meant score. Alright, so we don't have to undervolt this any further. It's not gonna get hot, and definitely not when gaming. It's just a cool chip, so maybe it's lost performance there, but at least now we know. Alright, let's see if Y-Cruncher runs more stable with that, or if we need to lower or increase these two values. Alright, when running minus 25 undervolt, this crashes instantly. So at least it's more stable now. What is that? This is a tool that really pushes and stress tests your RAM and CPU. So this is the RAM test, the VT3. Normally, when I have my the other overclock, it just my whole PC crashes. It reboots. And I overclocked a little bit too hard last time I live streamed this, and it worked in Fortnite to play 2-3 minutes, and that's all I did to see FPS. But then when I turned off the stream and I was gonna play ranked and record the game, it just kept crashing, bro. I could play 5-10 minutes into the game and then it just crashed. So I got so annoyed. I just disabled all the overclocking, went back to the other profile, and then went with Expo, basically, and then I could play again. So now it should be fine. When this can run for a little bit, it's a blue text is gonna appear hopefully soon. It's gonna say that it passed the first one. It's alright. See my C2 stats for the game. I mean, your KD was 1.1 before, right? Was that what you said? That's pretty decent. Above 1, that's okay. If you have 1.7, bro, could go pro. No, you need above 2.5 maybe if you want to go pro. Probably. Maybe even higher. I don't know. I'm not an expert at CS2. Right, first one passed. That's good. So Tyler, you're not gonna try and find a workaround for your Fortnite account being banned? You're just gonna wait 1 year? That's the mature thing to do for sure. I mean, Fortnite isn't everything in life. Alright, so what the reason why it crashed was maybe the CPU was getting too much power. On the 6th of May. Still got nothing. Yeah, I'd say just keep at it. Keep sending them every 2 weeks, send an appeal. And deeply apologize that you regret your actions. You love playing Fortnite, all of your friends are still playing Fortnite, and now you can't hang out with your friend. Send one appeal of those every 2 weeks. Man, they can't say no forever, bro. Because you didn't cheat. If you cheated, I would just say, bro, that's on you. I hope you never get unbanned. Because I hate cheaters, bro. But the skin changer, I mean, that's not a big deal if you ask me. Back! Let's go, sword. Alright, so this seems to be somewhat stable at least. We're not gonna run this for several hours just to test this. Okay, so now the overclock is stable. We have undervolted the CPU a little bit. And the score is somewhat decent. Bro, cheaters, man. How do you undervolt CPU? Tutorial. I mean, it's pretty easy. I can show you. You saw, did you see this? Boot into BIOS. Run as admin, and then it's gonna boot you into BIOS instantly. You don't have to press delete or whatever. Maybe for you right now it doesn't matter, since you can't do anything in BIOS. But later, when you're gonna overclock, bro, this is a lifesaver. Wait, when you get your PC, will you get Discord also? I hope so. Best credit code! Sanningen! Alright, 2 undervolt. First, go in here. This is SOC. You have to set this. This is an auto on default. Override mode, and then lower. It's 1.35, I think, originally. 1.3 something. That's step 1. Step 2, go into advanced CPU config, AMD overclocking, precision boost overdrive, and then here, curve optimizer is what it's called on AMD. And then all cores you can select per core. So on the low, what's it called? When your CPU is hitting low gigahertz, you have a smaller undervolt, and then as higher it goes, the bigger it gets, or vice versa. But I also use all cores. I don't care that much about undervolting. If you have a problem with it's overheating, like a lot, the other one is probably going to be better. But then here, negative, yes, select 10, and then you're done. Okay, so this is going to be the profile that I use from now on. We're going to replace this. Overwrite that. Till 18 Pros, yes, so long. Quit for that save. We can say we didn't do anything. Do you know what? If we for Intel, it's different on Intel. I did undervolt the 14700KF in that live stream that I did. If you don't watch that, but it's different on every motherboard also. So we did run 1.35 on the VMAN before, but it kept crashing. I think 1.4 is more stable, but I don't have a problem with temps at all now. And why Cruncher is running stable. So I don't think I'm gonna unvolt anymore. Kind of want to see the FPS only. TRC 68. We probably could tighten the timings a little bit more. TRC, but I think these crashes. We can test. We say the profile. Should we test that? Where do you get those numbers from? Are you running a similar kit? Oh yeah, no wait, that's not gonna work. So the TRFC can't go below 800 or it crashes. So I think wherever you got that is from a better RAM kit. So this is a 5600 CL36 kit with very loose timings. So I don't think that's gonna run on this kit. You probably won't even boot, to be honest. And the TRFC 2 doesn't do anything on AM5. But on Intel or M4, it should be 1/3, I think, of the TRFC 1. Yeah, this is Hynix A die, I think it was. It's not good. I have a 16 gigabyte kit of 6000 CL36. It's just way better for overclocking. My buys don't get RAM. Oh, see it all. No. Bro, pre-builds. I hate pre-builds. They just ruin all the fun. Okay, let's see the FPS. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect the 30 hertz capture card. Yo! We need to unplug my RAM to see what the max speed is. So, kind of. You should be able to watch the timings inside of CPU C set. But when it's a pre-build, maybe you can't. I think it's called like this. Yeah, you can download this and watch the timings inside of the SVD, I think it's called, this one. There you can see the timings. They don't have to unplug it. Watch a video on the other day. 550 average. That game was a little bit better than most. Usually they average like 520. It depends a lot, you know. If you're fighting on spawn, the average is worse. If you land a crime city, the average is worse. But what RAM do you like? Have you overclocked your RAM? Anything? Alright, so where do I see RAM timings? Just click around, you should see them. I think it was TFD. You land where I land. Alright, why is this not going full screen? Right now. So the lows should be worse now, the first like 2 games. Hynix RAM? Hynix probably the worst. Yeah, I tried both sides. The problem is you can only do his timings if you have the same RAM kit, like a very expensive high-end RAM kit. I'm using like the cheapest RAM kits available to buy. He's gonna try to shoot me. Ooh. I did not see him. Usually they camp behind the toilet. You found it. Let's go. But can you see the sub timings? I'm not sure you can. It's the timing, so that's a problem because the Zen timings that I use, that only works with AMD. It's such a nice app. I think this skin is bad luck. I just need one clip with it. But we shouldn't use the FPS now, because every time there's update, bro, you have to compile shaders for a little bit. It's annoying, bro. What NVIDIA drive are we using now? 57016. Oh, that's not even close level. It's 57640 now, right? Like, maybe we cooked our FPS now when we undervolted the CPU. I don't know. Alright, so he got a chest, builds, and health, bro. I'm not. Nah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this game, bro. Oh no, what did I do? Nah. Yeah, this is Windows 11 LTSC. I don't think it's doing anything for FPS. I want to do a boot and find out. But I don't know. It's basically Windows but with less apps installed. From like default. 3fix9. I have no idea. Is it Treffy? But what does X9 stand for? I don't use the other app, the CPUIC app. I just know that you can use it to check your timings. Yeah, Ghost Spectre. Some people said it was good for FPS also. I just don't like custom OSs. It just feels unsafe. But should test it at least. Because if it boosts performance, people should know. Yeah, Ghost Spectre. I've heard a lot about it also. But I don't know. X9. I have no idea what that means. This is DirectX 11 performance mode. Right, I need to take off my hoodie, bro. We need to lock in. I kind of want to get a Pepsi to cool my nerves a little bit. But then I also want to get some chips. And that's gonna be so loud, you know? The FPS seems a little bit worse, like. But it might just be the update also, you never know. Because now the lows seems to be lower than they were before. It's just so hard. Like when I switch PCs too often, it's hard to remember what exactly the lows used to be. But the 14 700KF, the lows are like 200. And the lows are easily 100. So when this drops like a little bit below that, it's a little bit confusing. Pepsi Max. Oh my god. You don't have Pepsi Max, right? Yeah, I was thinking, should I go to the US? I can never go to the US, bro. If they don't have Pepsi Max, bro, I'm quitting right now. I like that skin. It is a nice skin, right? This was my main skin before. Should we? I'm gonna skip the impressions, bro. Like when the mammoth existed, I loved it. Alright, now we got even more. I'm gonna pop this. But now I only use to get away from fights, basically. You own it. Let's go. It is for sure one of the better Battle Pass skins. Wait, he's standing on top. What is he shooting at the bots only? Let's go around. Please let me get a go snipe. Ah, did he go down? Sniper is gonna get way harder then. I shoot, nothing happens. It's a scam. Oh, what was that play, bro? I can't open the cone like that. I thought it was gonna stay inside this box. I get so sick and tired of these emails from Stream Elements. You know what? I'm just gonna ban Stream Elements from my Twitch. I probably never gonna stream on Twitch again. What do you need Stream Elements for? Commands? Who uses commands, bro? I have to wait 40 minutes. I wish they had like a gulag like they have in what's it, Warzone? But I like that they have like the game found stuff. Oh, at least it seems to be stable, does not crash right away. I don't think the FPS difference was that big, maybe. so risky getting out dropped here. But like either there's like nobody here, or the entire lobby dropped here. No, he's fighting the robots. Let's just go down, doesn't matter. They're gonna die before you get there anyway. Best week's been all around dead. First guy. Did he impulse grenade above us? Can we get a shotgun? I don't like the shotguns, are so rare. Is this a new shotgun? Ooh. Oh wait, how much damage does this do? Is it actually good? Well, we're not gonna need that. Please. Just grab the sniper. What does report lag mean? To be honest, I don't 100% know. No, bro. What is he doing, bro? In RiviTuna, all that it says is that's the reported lag that the PC reports. So I don't think nobody knows exactly what it does. So I'll basically just add it to compare, you know. Alright, where is he now? Is he behind that one, or did he go inside there? So if you flip this there, yeah, we're gonna see that he's not here, right? Yeah. So it's probably in the room on the other side. Okay, I don't know if we can we 200 pump with this shotgun? Let's find out. Alright. Ah, he went away, bro. Alright, so where did he go? Did he run away for real? Or is he just like half run away? They like to camp up top. Maybe he's still camping there. Back once again. Welcome back, bro. As soon as he starts shooting here, he's probably gonna show himself. Oh wait, should we test? Wait, the zero bombs at lows is 122? Is that the overclock? This is pretty high, right? Or is it just because we didn't fight them by the spawn? Because as soon as you fight somebody at spawn, the FPS is just so much worse. Right, I'm gonna grab a Pepsi. I'll be right back. System instability, yeah. That's pretty common when trying to overclock. But the problem also with your non-K into CPU, it's just locked way harder. No, the K in the name of Intel means that it's overclockable. If you don't have a K model, you can't clock it. There was a bug on the 12400F on some motherboard, so you could clock it. But that's the only time I've heard of that. Yeah. I kind of want to see if the 0% holds. Even when finding a spawn. But I think this new shotgun is ass, right? I feel like it does nothing. But if you get 200 pump with it, I get it. Like, it's supposed to be bad unless you get a 200 pump. But I have got 0 damage with it so far, bro. No. Oof. Where's this guy going? I'm not gonna chase him to the end of the world, bro. I don't have time for that, bro. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Yeah, take it easy, bro. There's some bots here. Can we test the new shotgun? $112. That's not good enough. Bro. Do they only have 175? Yeah, this is not good enough. For shooting this slow and having to hit somebody 100% hit, like on the head, it's just way too bad, bro. I don't like when they add like a shotgun, then it's worse than everything else in the game. Oh, well, let's try it, you know? Should key the other ones instead. Like, he knew I had a car. Why was he imposing away, bro? I'm thinking I'm never gonna pick up a car again. Like 8 out of 10 times, these rats, they just take my car and then they drive off. You hit them one shot, and then they bail. Oh my god, I have to destroy my own car before I get too close, because he's just gonna steal it. Did he go back? No, that's not the same player, right? Alright, so this shotgun is better than the auto shotgun. The attack. Excuse me. Alright, so I did hit him for like 170 or something, so I would probably also just run away, but I'm still getting annoyed by it. Who destroyed that? Was it? Somebody shot from this side, bro. And he was third partying me before. Whoa. This is a double third party, bro. 3 people, bro. What's happening? Was everybody just third partying? I don't have autoclaim. Why did I get that? But the overclock seems to be working pretty good. Stable plus lows seems to be a little bit better. You get Unreal. Last season? No. I made it to 83 or 86% champ. Like in the middle of the season. And then I just gave up, bro. It's just like cancer. I can't play, like, to camp the entire game just to make it end game for placement. I just, for 1 or 2 games, I don't mind. And if you're playing duos to get to the end game, it's more fun to play the end games. But in solos, bro, I just can't play like that. And I'm not playing like squads to get there, like some other players have to do to get there with. One day, hopefully, I will be good enough to hit Unreal in solos. Because if you can't hit Unreal in solos, it doesn't count. Oj. Right, 19. The heavy, I don't like it, bro. The fire is too slow for the damage it's putting out compared to the non-heavy one. Alright, a chug. Kinda need some minis or something. Ooh, 2 chugs and a pump. Alright, until you get an elimination, a good elimination that I can post on YouTube Shorts, I'm gonna be playing with the new shotgun. It looked like there was a player there, but... Alright, so those are not touched. Have I tested ASUS AI overclock? No. I have not owned a ASUS motherboard for a while. Or I had the ASUS H610 motherboards, but they don't support like overclocking. But I mean, AI should be able, if you have like ChatGPT, that could actually test everything and then redo the test and like do all it should be way better than like a human overclock. But I don't know if it works like that, because the AI can only push it so far as it is right now. Like, it's not learning as it goes, it's just testing stuff that somebody told it to test. So I think as long as it's at that level, maybe it's not gonna be the best. Wait, I thought he died, bro. What? They increase the amount of guards. What is that? They can't just change that. It's supposed to be 2 guards here. You tried it on his PC and it's bad. Oh. Yeah, so I think, like, if it was ChatGPT on that level, it would be pretty good, but I don't think it is. I think they use like a manual overclock from somebody that wrote it some like at some point, and then they just test that on every PC. So I don't think it's gonna be good. Unlike the motherboard, unfortunately. I might buy a 7800. I think it's a good CPU, bro. It's a really good choice. If you have a 500 Hz monitor, then I would get the 9800 XT instead. But if you're running 240, 360, it's crazy, bro. Respect, bro. We have 151. Bro, this RAM overclock, crazy good, bro. I have never seen, I think, a game run this. What's happening? But for beginners, yeah. I mean, I didn't know that much about overclocking either until like 1 month ago, 1.5 months ago, maybe. So I shouldn't say that much, but you know, I learned a lot from ChatGPT, and the sub timings. ChatGPT is really good at sub timings, as long as you test everything. But it's not fast at all. Like if you don't know what you're doing, it just takes so long to test everything. But it's worth it. Like the FPS gain here, I mean 150 in the turbulent lows without capping it. That is crazy good. But we didn't fight. That's the problem also. We need to fight or spawn for it to really matter. AI model running. Oh, I do not care about that, bro. I guess that's what you should be doing, because a lot of people care about AI stuff. If you can like improve. Alright, so if we look at a bigger scale, let's say there's a somebody's running an AI like workshop storage stuff. If they can improve their performance with like 1% with overclocks, the amount of money they will be making is crazy. So it's not a bad idea actually to see if you can check the AI performance. But I don't know anything about that. Good GPU to buy right now. What games do you play? If you only play Fortnite, never go above a 4060. Unless you get a like super good deal. But the FPS is gonna be about the same. The only like if you stream and if you do like video editing and you need the VRAM, then yeah, a 4070 might be worth looking at. But if you only play Fortnite, don't bother, bro. But the 4070 Super is as good as the 5070. So performance-wise, it's a pretty good card. And 12 gigabytes of VRAM, that's decent. But my 3060, the one that I have in my streaming piece right now, also has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So it's not that like impressive. Oh! They should rename this season to third parties, bro. Ooh, we almost died, bro. He saw us. You stream and edit a lot. Oh, yeah. It's just so unfortunate that AMD cards are just so bad to play games. Most, like, at least Fortnite. But the 9070... That's me, bro! Bro, this is crazy! What's like 10 people third-partying? Oh my god, it's so hard to fight this season. But I got that wall. I thought he held the wall. I never get the wall when I try to take it. So I just assumed that I didn't. That's my bad. Yeah, if you get my overlay from the Discord, you can create your own if you have RiviTuna. Just go in here, add a data source, and then add the GPU latency, the reported lag, the display latency, and I think it's the GPU latency also. Just get these weird lag spikes. That's what I have shown here. I have not tested a 9070 XT. I only tested the 9070. When I had that, I had a problem with that. I also had a problem with the 7800 XT and the 7600. Alright, so if you want my overlay, I have hidden it from people that are trying to scam me. So you have to go in here, made by Cleatech. You have to unlock this. Send a print screen of the item shop, basically, with my credit code. And then you will be able to get this file here. So basically you need this. The profiles, and then the latest one. So this is just for test. So this is one that I have right now. With the extra latency. So you first need this one. And then that one. You can watch this. I made a video about how to import it. So you don't need my overlay. That's just for testing, you know, that I have for people that use my credit code. You can just create your own. It takes like 2 minutes. It's better to have no shotgun at all than to carry that, bro. Because if you have that shotgun, you think you can do damage, but you actually can't. Oh no, not the heavy. Does anybody prefer the heavy over the regular DC-19? Still the heavy. This is a blue. Ooh, alright, we're gonna get that instead. But this FPS, man, this is looking great. But we still need to find our spawn. Because until we do that, we don't know, bro. Is open box worth it? I have not heard of that. It sounds like a tool for Linux. You buy a product. Oh! Open box. Yeah, we have that. In Sweden, it's called Finnvara. I buy that all the time. For the pieces that I build. But you have to watch out. Because sometimes people return it after they messed it up. So I bought 2 motherboards with that. Both, right, I bought 3 motherboards. 2 of them had bent CPU pins. And the 9800 X3D, not the one that I have in the PC, is also open box. GPUs, I think, is the lowest risk. The 4070 that I have is also open box with in the other PC. Because it's not that much you can mess up with the CPU, GPU. On the CPU side, and like RAM, it's a bit different. Because if you overclock and do something weird, like the chances are pretty big. That's why they like return it, most likely. But I'm also skeptical when it comes to GPU, because it feels like the only reason why people return a GPU is because of coil whine. So you might get unlucky with that. You're supposed to use. In Sweden, we have the Swedish crown. But we might get the euro. They were voting about it. They voted every like 4 years. It's getting pretty close. It's annoying to like to calculate the prices in your head, but in Sweden, 1,000 Swedish crowns is really close to 100 euros. So at least that's nice. $1,000 in your currency. 10,000 Swedish crowns. That's pretty good, bro. For 480 Super? A thousand, bro. Like 100 euros? What? How can it be that cheap? That almost sounds a little too cheap, bro. What were they shooting at, bro? What? So we can't even talk to him. What's the point? Did this break? Not really. Oh, we automatically hires him, right? If they start shooting us, bro, we're gonna die so fast. $12,715. That's no, that's not worth. That's just a little good, you know. For an open box, I don't think that's worth it. That's too close to MSRP. How much is it used? Bro, how did he land in my box? Come on, bro. Same price. So. I mean, I'd rather buy it from a store. So if you're looking for 4080 Super, I guess that's okay, but... I was really trying to get a 4070 Ti Super. Delay my order on Black Friday so I can't let... I got a Super instead. Well, I mean, if you have a 4070 Super, is it worth upgrading? I'm not sure though. And if you're looking for more VRAM, I mean, a 3090 would probably be the better choice. Yeah, no. I get that. Especially at 3090 because people have 100% mind on that. So I get that for sure. I hate this so much, bro. F11. Now we get these DLT19, bro. No way I'm gonna lose to that guy, bro. Don't push me, bro. We still don't have a pump, bro. I mean, this game without shotgun, it's just should be a crime against. We are so low. Oh no, what's happening with that, bro? Please. The average salary. Okay. I think the average salary is like 3,000 euros. Right, so I'm not gonna play if it's gonna be this bad, bro. Is it stream lagging? Oh. GG, bro. I can't even email from what's happening with the server, bro. Something with the game then. Is interval buying? Yeah. I mean, if you only play games, I'll get AMD. If you play games and you edit or stream, Intel is way better. Unless you get the 9950. That's gonna be overall better, but it costs so much money, bro. You can't really justify the price. But the 14700 KF, probably the best overall CPU I've used. Oh, is this not lagging? Did it even hit him? I don't think so. Alright, now he's gonna think. Bro, why is it 3 players here, bro? And he killed still, bro. Come on, bro. I hit him for like 200. I'm not playing with this, bro. It's lagging too much. The point is, the overclock worked really well. So overclocking your RAM does a lot for the FPS in Fortnite, for sure. Oh, 4900K, bro. That is a really high-end CPU. But those cores, like for editing, it's gonna be amazing. But if you're gonna spend that much on Intel, I haven't actually seen any like productivity benchmarks comparing the 4900K with the 9950X versus 4900K editing. Because technically the 9950X should be better. Oh my god, what kind of voice is that? Nah, the Inter one wins, yeah. But it's not by a lot. Oh, but not for DaVinci Resolve. So it seems to depend a bit on what you're doing. But for most stuff, Intel wins, yeah. Yeah, the 4900 is probably the way to go if you do anything else but gaming. If you have the money. That is. Yeah, money my CPU cost not more. What CPU do you have right now? Bro forgot me. There's a lot of people asking advice for stuff. Oh, oh, that was you. Yeah, bro, don't buy anything else, bro. Like, that's good enough. Like, how much can you gain? Oh, yeah, bro, that was you. That's crazy. Wait, didn't you get even more? No, I thought you got even more. Because the 14900K got 62K, and you beat that. Oh, yes, a second PC. Yeah, 67, bro. Almost 68. That's crazy. I mean, it would be fun to have one Intel, one AMD, I guess. Especially if you run into problems on one, like rendering problems or stability problems. Then you have like a completely different build on the other side. I do not like hockey, bro. I don't know why. I hate AMD GPUs. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Small PC build. Oh, did you see my PC? My super small one? Oh no, I don't think I can show it here, bro. I built it live, but then I removed the video because it's what got sorted like a non-short. And the short got shorted as a non. Yeah, it's gone. That is unfortunate. I built this in the Ghost S1. It's like super tiny, bro. So I'm using this PC to stream when I'm on the work desk, sort of. But it's way too expensive for what you get, bro. I would not recommend getting this. What do you do for work? That's secret. I don't like talking too much, like personal stuff. I've done a little bit of everything, basically. Yeah. Let's just say I don't have to worry about money. But right now I build and sell a lot of PCs. As soon as I started with this like YouTube channel, I bought too much stuff. So usually I buy one PC, like my main PC, and then one more PC to flip, to sell. But now I think I have like 7 or 8 PCs, bro. And I kind of don't want to sell anything because it's so fun to test and compare and overlook and see, like figuring all out what's the best value. So I think this is one of my favorite PCs right now. The 7800 it's expensive for sure, but it's really good. Like the performance in Fortnite is crazy. And it's somewhat decently priced. It is still expensive. For sure it's on the higher end, but that's what you get. Oh, sword. And now I'm selling some parts and I'll build pieces. It's a fun like side hustle. Bro, 3,400 Swedish, that's very expensive for 4060. Alright, so we want 5600 and above, and CL36 as the highest, and 2 modules. Also, 6,000 cost basically the same. But this is non-RGB, so we kind of want RGB one. I'm gonna switch OS. Bro, I need to dual boot also and compare LTSC versus default. Capture card video! Bro, I've been waiting for that. Alright, so we're just gonna do the cheapest one that's still decent, like this one. Power supply, doesn't matter, bro. CPU cooler, I use the Arctic. It costs 239 Swedish crowns, but right now it's not on sale, so it costs a bit more. It's 269. So for 10,674 Swedish crowns, that is 1,091 US dollars and 978 euros. We can push 500 average, like 520 to 550 averages, and 100 0.1% lows. This is crazy value. This is probably the best PC you can build that still pushes 500 plus average. This is it's PC part picker basically. So whenever you buy something here or you go in here, you can see where then it leads to. So it's just PC part picker. So this is a PC store, but often it's Amazon. That's like the best price. Amazon on the CPU, Amazon on the GPU. The chassis is like I just took the one that cost like decently. Motherboard, Amazon cheapest. RAM, Amazon cheapest. SSD, Amazon cheapest. Power supply. So this is a scam website. So Amazon was cheapest here, but this is not the power supply I usually buy. I get the Mars gaming one, and the cooler was ProShop at this moment. But I don't buy this exact one. On Amazon, it's like £1 cheaper, €1 cheaper. So, yeah. And this works for different countries also. So if you live in the US, you can select US. They should add more because I just like this one better than PC part picker. Is it worth getting in for a cheap PC? Like, what are you gonna use the second PC for? Because the most value for a cheap PC right now is probably the 5600. It pushes 240 average, above 240. And it's so cheap. Maybe so. Yeah, to flip, I would get a 12400F at 4060. Because that PC, you can build that for like below 600. The cheapest one I built was like 496. But then I got super deals and everything. And when you're flipping PCs, it's really important to see where can you percentually increase how much you put in. So if you build a cheap PC to make like 15-20% profit, you don't have to sell it for that much. But if you build like a high-end PC, bro, you're gonna have to increase the price so much. And often people that buy the more high-end PCs, they just build them themselves and they know the cost. So I wouldn't recommend building like above a certain price range. Is the 3060 Ti good for 2025? Yes. In Fortnite, it's the exact same FPS as basically any other GPU. If you play a lot of demanding games that want more VRAM, 8GB is a little bit on the low side. Probably want like 12. But besides that, it's a really good graphics card. Bro, white PC builds are so nice. Spec Bench posted a picture of his PC. Oh my god, it was so nice. Look at this. I kind of also want a white build, but I'm not paying extra just to get white components. That is not happening. But it is so nice. My capture card ain't working. Oh no. What's happening, bro? That's not good. Ooh, I do not like AIOs, to be honest. I do not keep track of different types. So I can't recommend any, sorry. But it's cool. This case has a built-in LCD also. Or this is not an LCD, it's like a cheap screen, just to show temps, but this was kind of nice. He built this for friend, nice. Your PC picks it up, but not. This is pretty clean. But I just sold it with the 9800 XD. A Aorus Master 3070 Ti. I had a 38 also a while back, but this was the one I had recently. So this card has a built-in LCD screen, and on this LCD screen you can put a GIF, like a moving image. It's crazy. So this it's just a shame that it's kind of small. I wish it would have been bigger, but it's so nice when you sell it, bro. People love the LCD. So he paid so much money for that. I made like 600 US from that build. Was it more? 700. It's crazy, a lot of money, bro. But he wanted this graphics card with the monitor, so he paid extra for it. I also did when I bought it the first time, so can't hate too much. The 30 Vision. Is that the one that has like almost a glass side with like purple and blue Vision? I think that's the one, right? Good budget AMD GPU. To be honest, I don't know. The 7600? No. The 6700. 8GB card. Is good. I think it was. The one that I benchmarked. I don't know which one it was, bro. Was it the 7600? No. It's 8GB, bro. Was it the 7600? Yeah, it's the same as the CPU, right? Yeah. So this card performs the same as a 4060 in terms of FPS, but it's cheaper. I don't like that they have the same name for the CPU as the graphics card. It's just crazy. So this is probably the best, like the cheap you can get that still performs decent. 8GB of VRAM, still relevant. Bro, this white color is crazy. Alright. 3060 Ti. No, this is not the one. The one I had, like, this was like a color, like, was like shifting colors. But this is clean, bro. Like, white graphics card, it just looks so good. Yeah. Look at this guy, he knows, bro. But, alright, did you see the... They released a 3060. I think it was a 3060. That had like... Yeah, it was red like this, but it was like Spider-Man. But anime style. Sniper Man. Like the backplate was so cool, bro. I was like, I want that one. Yeah, anime GPUs also pretty cool. They stopped doing that. Like before, that was pretty common. Yeah, there was like they released only a few. I saw like, I think was it Linus Tech Tips? Where somebody showed it off. It was pretty crazy. The 3060 Ti good for streaming. It's decent. But it's definitely not the best card. But you do have the HW rank. So, I mean, it's good enough. It's probably on like the low end side, where I would say it's still usable. I need your help, a demonstration. I think you need to watch a YouTube video, bro. You should do a build with a 3060 Ti. I actually have a video with it. I used it not too long ago. Here I have it. You watched about 16 YouTube videos. Well, then you should know everything. I also tested it here with the 7600X. I have an EVGA 3060 Ti that I use for testing. But it doesn't matter, you know? The 3060 Ti gets the same FPS as the 4060. Being choppy on Warzone. I've not heard that. I don't think it matters for Warzone. But Warzone is more GPU demanding, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was all drivers also. But people like to complain a lot. And the thing is, if we go back 4 years, when the 3060 Ti was the latest gen, nobody had problems. So most likely it's like a driver related problem. I don't know how to add commands on YouTube, bro. I tried, it doesn't work. If you scroll down in the description, I have my Discord there. I tried just like setting to show only 2 displays. Capture card, but I don't get to work. So inside of Windows, you have 2 monitors here. One is your main PC and one is your capture card. Alright, and you select here duplicate. And then inside of OBS, you added a video input. Bro, you need to buy a white motherboard right now. And what is this, bro? What is this cable management? You need to pull this cable in here also. And this cable here, what is this, bro? You need to zip tie this and make it nice. What's wrong with it? You can't have a black motherboard, bro. You need, like, it costs so much money, but you need to get a white motherboard. It will look so much better. But this looks nice, besides that. You can just spray paint it. Have to go, Tyler. Thank you for watching this stream. I hope you have a blessed Saturday tomorrow. I have a duplicate and you see an OBS. Alright. What's the problem, Sword? It sounds like it's working. The BIOS will not show. How many cables do you have connected in your computer? When you show BIOS, you can only have the display cable to your capture card. You have to unplug the other cable. Then the BIOS will show. And then you have to restart the PC. Ooh, this is a lot of fans, bro. This is pretty nice. Yeah, the graphics card can only output one at a time when you're on BIOS. Exactly. And then you have to watch it through OBS. That's why I can't see stuff when we're inside a BIOS and people make fun of me. Bro, it's right there. Can't you see it? No, bro. Like, my monitor is so small inside of OBS, bro. Is there a monkey on the GPU? I can't even see it, bro. Why not, Janko? You should be able to put it there. But this is so nice, bro. But I hate all the lights. It looks so cool and it is nice, but when I'm gaming, I just want to be pitch black. I guess this is under your PC, like under your desk. Then it doesn't matter. Oh no. I need to put some nice tips. Where can I improve the cables? Let's see here. First of all, number one, up here, bro. What is happening? You need to put a zip tie here. Okay, and zip tie this to the edge. So it's like flush against this side here. This cable here also needs to straighten it out so it doesn't bend. So you can need to straighten this whole thing out, bro. Same thing here. These two can't run like wild. I know they like to run wild, like two wild horses running in the Sahara Desert, but that's not how you can do that, bro. Also, you need to flip this fan. So both of the fans, the cables, go next to each other, and then you pull both of the cables in the same spot. You don't, like, this is just waste of energy. And then I would plug both of these. I will pull them in here instead. At least this top one, and then zip tie the other one so it comes in here and goes straight. There. It works. Let's go, sword. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I would improve on this. Otherwise, pretty nice. What you can do, this is a little bit overkill, but you know that you plug this in and then you pull the wires to the side. If you take this out, zip tie this cable underneath here, you can pull it out and not bend it to the side. So the cable is going to go like this, whoop, and then it's going to go directly back and then go to the side. It looks a little bit better. When you put a GPU in here, it's not going to matter though. There's like small things you can do. I don't do that on my PC builds unless it's from my own PC that I'm going to keep forever. Oh. But you need a white motherboard, bro. You need some spray paint. We can't judge these cables because we can't really see that much. I don't like running my GPU cable like a banana hanging from a tree. I usually like to pull it directly underneath the GPU, get free cooling from the fans, and then zip tie it on the motherboard, usually on the other PCIe port, and then go straight down. I'm gonna go off any moment, sword. So your CPU cooler cables need to go up. I would, if I were you, I would pull them up here, underneath here and behind this, and then go back and then come in here again and then plug in. Because once you already have this cable here and you pull this one and zip tie them two together here, it's gonna look more natural than that you have two separate cables coming back. Yeah, it's 17 minutes after midnight here, so it's night. That's what I would do, because they'll look a little bit better. But you can just zip tie these together and make it tighter. Like it's like looping, you know, it's kind of loose right now. But if you go the other way, it's gonna look a little bit better. And also, this is just me, but what you can do if you want to improve also, this cable here, it looks sloppy, you know, when it's crooked. So if you take this and then you directly go in here, so this goes here, and then you zip tie it on the back, it's gonna look cleaner, you know, neater. It's gonna take like cable management. When I build a PC, it takes 20 to 25 minutes. Cable management, oh my god, I usually skip it, but when I do cable management, it takes 2 hours, bro. Just takes forever. And with the zip times, you have to get everything in order, and you know, it's just a nightmare. But once you completed that, bro, it's just so nice. But that's what I would change. All right, that's it, bro. I'm calling it. Oh no, I'm recording this, bro. I thought I was recording the game. I forgot that I stopped playing. Your buddy Janko, Sword, and Tonka. Thank you for watching the stream, and I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. We will do some barbecue on Sunday, bro. It's gonna be so nice. I love barbecue food, especially I like meat. And frying meat, good. But barbecuing meat, that's just crazy. And sausages, like a thick sausage, I don't know. It's okay to fry it. I prefer not to eat it. I'd rather eat something else, like chicken or meat. But when you barbecue a sausage, oh my god, it just gets so much better. It is crazy. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Good luck with the cable management. When you're done with the cable management, Jago, please update you. Send a new picture, and I will let you know if I approve or not. All right, take care, Rose. Ciao.